Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Flytoons, and today, as we all know, intros, whether they be from a cartoon or a movie, intros have a huge impact on the style and setting of a video. In this video, we're going to be focusing on object show intros, ones that have had a huge influence across the community and thus shall be considered legendary. I'll be going over the top 10 object show intros and ranking them based on how influential they are. So without further ado, if you like this type of content, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And with all that said and done, roll the intro.
Really? What is happening over there?
Oh, come on! You know that's my spot! You know that's my spot! Get out of here! Get out of town!
At number 10, we have Tier 1 by Animations. This intro is not only underrated, but also really well executed. It's original, something that has never been seen in another object show. Some may argue that this is barely an intro, which I can understand. At first, even I didn't know this was an intro. But I'd still say it's very well animated and it's constructed in a way that adds a certain vibe to the episode, you know? It's like the movements make the scene more dramatic, which is very necessary for a show like Tier 1. If I had to rank these intros based off of how much I like them, this would be in top easy 3 for me. I strongly believe that this show will become one of the biggest popular object shows of all time in the future, but I had to put Tier 1 on this list because it deserves to be known. At number 9, we have bflh by Animation Object Show. I've been watching this man's content for a very, very long time now, and I consider him to honestly be one of the greatest animators from the object show community. The animation specifically in this intro is phenomenal. I can tell he put a lot of work into this intro. The fact that it's made in FlipaClip is astounding, as it looks like it will be very hard to animate with only traditional frames. I think this intro should be more known, but as far as AOS goes, I think we can all agree that his fame was earned. Cancelled or not, bflh will always be one of my favorite object shows. At number 8, we have Object Madness by bfdi. This intro's animation is off the charts in terms of quality. The poses and the glowing of the characters is eye-catching and breathtaking. This intro has inspired many to make their own versions of it. This is probably one of the most influential intros of the object show community. And also, quick side note, I met bfdi in July of 22 at the bfdi and II meetup, and it was one of the best experiences I have ever been through. Starlight has got me at the edge of my seat and has inspired me to make my own musical object show. Sub-Zero. Overall, bfdi is really talented, and I believe Object Madness showed plenty of that. Coming in at number 7, we have It's Time for the... I admittedly have not watched many of this show, but I have seen the intro when it first came out, and it's honestly really bouncy and groovy. The influence that this intro had when it came out was astronomical. It had people remaking it to their own artistic abilities. I do plan on watching this show eventually, but for now, I'm gonna just put this at 7. At number 6, we have OBS. This show was one of my favorite all-time object shows back when it was still in production, and honestly, still remains in my top 5. This intro was clearly inspired by BFB with the rotation of the characters, but gave its own original spin to it and even had its own song. This intro was very original and left a mark on the OSC that no other object show can compete with, as many others will take it into their own hands to make their own versions of this intro. Overall, I'm gonna put this at a solid 6. And at numero 5, my favorite number, we have 1, aka the OSC's favorite object show. If I'm being completely honest, I haven't been too tapped in deeply with this object show as I used to be. It's still one of my favorite object shows, however, the hype that I used to have for this show just isn't really there anymore, if you know what I mean. Still, it remains one of the most popular intros in the OSC, mostly used as a joke. The whole show is a big phenomenon, in which case I love, and is also loved by all. The influence that Cheesy hfjone created with the show is unmatched, and frankly, probably will never be overtaken. Overall, this intro has had a big impact on the OSC and deserves this spot at my favorite number. Coming in hot at number 4, we have Animatic Battle. Animatic Battle is currently my second favorite object show as of right now. This intro is wow. Look at this. Especially within the recent episodes, go check those out. You can just see how jam-packed this intro is. The style of intro that Animatic Battle has is the same as OBS and bfb. However, I'd argue that Animatic Battle does this style way better than them. The speed and angles in which the characters bounce around in is just really cool. Not to mention that Animatic Battle just released this year and it's one of the most talked about object shows in the entire community. The intro has been done many times and you can look it up yourself just how many people love this intro and decide to put their own artistic spin to it. Overall, Animatic Battle makes the list for the greatest intros of all time. And at number 3, we have TPOT. I don't have too much to say about this intro other than it's TPOT. I love the aesthetic of this intro and its hand-drawn whimsical madness. This intro uses no assets, which makes it all much better. The music for this intro goes insanely hard. I remember when TPOT 1 first came out and I saw the intro and I was amazed. Also, the trend of this intro being started by someone and then to transitioning is something that I love, and I wish more object shows did. Overall, TPOT is one of the most influential object show intros of all time. And at number 2, we have Code Red. Code Red is by far one of the most popular object show intros of all time. This show will always be remembered as the show with the best intro that never came out. Despite this intro still lives in people's hearts. The amount of remixes with this intro is even crazier to wrap your head around. This is one of the most influential intros in the entire community and will never be forgotten. This intro also took 9 months to make, which just shows based on the quality of it, you know? The music aligns well with the character movements and the animation. Just look at it. Overall, Code Red is by far the most hyped up intros in the OSC community and is one of the most legendary. And at number 1, the most influential object show intro of all time. This intro sparked so many other intros in this community, even some I previously mentioned. You all know this intro, we've seen it 30 times and it has never failed to inspire people. The number 1 most influential object show intro is BFB. Do I even have to explain myself here? Just look up BFB intro and you'll see what I mean. This intro sparked a whole subgenre of intros. There was no name to it yet. Let me know down in the comments what you think this type of intro should be called. For me, this was the intro that inspired me the most. The feeling you get when you first watch it is, wow, this is really weird. But as we grow and look back, BFB owns the title for the most generationally nostalgic object show intro. This intro is something indescribable. Everything about it screams influential. Jacknjellify did a really good job on this, so I have to put it at number 1. This intro, whether you're in the OSC or not, has made it into your feed, and for that, I dub the most legendary object show intro of all time. Do you agree with this list? Let me know down in the comments. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share it around. Let's get some more eyes on the channel, you know what I'm saying? We're pushing 1,000. And at the time of recording this, I'm making a video for that. It's probably out by now. So yeah, go watch that if you haven't already. And if you have watched it, watch it again. You know, let's get those watch times up. I'm planning on doing a lot of crazy stuff with this channel. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Submitting fan art. I love seeing your fan art. Please make more fan art so I can add them into videos. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, as I said for the 3rd time. Thank you guys for watching the tune-ins. My name is FlyTunes, but now I have the tunes out. And remember, keep calm, carry on, listen to Reezer and Chromacopia, and stay neutral / be the best. Peace! Why I say it like that? Peace!